This is a Quickie episode, a little bonus. I wanted to come on because there's this theme when I'm working with women who have come out the other side of a relationship with a high conflict ex, a narcissistic ex, a toxic ex, whatever you want to call it. They're difficult to deal with on the other side, and there is no co-parenting with them. There's no working with them. There's only you working with them while they work against you. And this is the harsh reality, and it is what it is. And so the best thing that we can do is be armed with boundaries, with our conviction, with standing in what's right, and not being afraid to say no, not being afraid to, stand in the truth and do what we need to do for our children and for ourselves. It really is, when women are saying like, I'm still afraid to stand up to my ex, that's a deep inner work that needs to be done, right? That is some unearthing of like those core wounding or those core traumas that have made you think that what you have to say and what you want and standing up for what's right and even legal is a bad thing. I've had women feel guilty for legally reprimanding their exes for things that they should be legally reprimanded for, right? So we have to break out of that attachment and that desire to still want to look out for this person and kind of have that little bit of niggling guilt or feeling like we're being a bad person or we're doing something wrong when we stand up for what is right and what is legal and what is moral. And so if you are having a really difficult time and you're in the throes of trying to put out a parenting plan and you're years into it and you're still trying to get a parenting plan together and the kids are just running amok there. You don't know where they're going to be 1 week to the next. They don't know. Lots of chaos, lots of behavioral issues. It's very stressful for you. It's so chaotic and it's so bad for everyone involved, the children and yourself. And then when you're not in a good place, you can't show up and be your best self, make the kind of money you need, focus on your business, focus on your personal betterment, your wellness, your mental health, your physical health, all of it, because you need to be focusing on those things. And so you're fried, you are stretched out to the max, and then you're dealing with putting out this fire and this emotional trigger and that emotional trigger. And it just feels like you're on overdrive of overstimulation, trying to control the uncontrollable. You've probably heard the quote that parenting a teenager is like nailing Jello to a wall. That stuck with me. Well, dealing with one of these personalities and trying to hold them accountable and get on the same page with them, that's what it's like. And so it's, I just work with women who are in this frustration because they feel like their ex is ruining their life, but they're also giving their ex way too much power over them, way too much access to them, way too much energy, way too much time, way too much attention. So much more attention than they have to give. They're giving 80% when maybe they need to scale it back to like 2% and deal with the actual 2%. And so what I did is I created a course. It's a challenge. It's all MP3 audios. It's called Breakthrough Messaging. And it's all about setting boundaries, setting new limits, how to communicate short and sweet, not get triggered, not waste your time, stay in your peace, and focus on rebuilding your life and your kids and yourself. That's the reason why you left. So let's get you moving in the right direction with what are you going to do now with your life? You're still caught up in the chaos and you're not seeing that you are the cause of a lot of it. You can't control another person, but you can control how you are participating in the chaos and nonsense. And so what I did is so far there are 13 audios. So they're all based on a different principle and they're all based on things I have coached women through. So I literally was like, oh, got to add that to the list, when it was something that I kept getting from women I was coaching over and over and over in my Voxer DMs when I do Voxer coaching for my one-on-ones. And I'm like, okay, this is something that keeps coming up. So I'm going to put that into an audio so that I'm not answering the same question a million times over, right? And I also wanted to provide this publicly for more women so that you have access to this, because when you implement these pieces, it does begin to change and shift everything. You may still have the fear and the discomfort, but you've got to push through it anyways. So this course is now available for purchase. If you'd like to sign up for it, it's on my course website. I'll put the link in the show notes here. And so what it is it's basically like having my advice and coaching around 13 different difficult aspects of trying to parent, or we say co-parent, but you're not really co-parenting with them, right? It's more you're just trying to put out fires while they are coming up behind you with gasoline and matches. It's crazy making. So check out the course. There's lots in there for you to dive into. And I promise you, if you just implement, say like 2 or 3 of the 11 principles over the next week, you're going to notice a shift. You're going to notice more peace. You're going to notice you feel more in your power and in control of yourself, which is the name of the game. You need to take back your power and take full control over your life and building your life, your goals, doing what you need to do for your household with your children, instead of getting mixed up in things that are beyond your control and things that you actually don't have any business or need to be in. I would love to hear from you if you grab this course. Message me on Instagram and let me know which one of these helped you or which ones were really difficult for you to implement. I'd really love to know. And I'll chat with you in the next episode.